Ravens lose to the Lions 38-30 and got beat in every phase of the game, man. Lions deserve this win, completely earned it, and the Ravens were beat. A lot of Ravens losses, us Ravens fans know, and maybe the rest of the NFL doesn't know, but a lot of the Ravens losses, the Ravens are beating themselves. And there were definitely a couple of those moments, but I got to hand it to Detroit, man. I mean, they won the trenches. They played smart football. They didn't turn the ball over. They generated a pass rush, 7 sacks to 0 sacks. I mean, are you kidding? The Ravens get 0 sacks in this game. I know Matabike was out. I know Kyle Van Noy was out. That's not our starting defensive line by any means, but 0 sacks. There's no way that you get pressure. We were bringing extra blitzers, not getting home. It seemed comfortable for the Lions, man. They were establishing their run game. The Ravens don't get ran on often. And the Lions O-line was dominating this Ravens D-line. And vice versa. I mean, the Ravens offensive line wasn't protecting as well either. But it was just absolute nightmare in the trenches. I on both sides of the ball. I have nothing good to say, man. I don't know what to think of the Ravens right now. I mean, they're just not a great team going against great teams. The Ravens can be a great team. I think they will be a great team down the road, but they're just not right now. I mean, it is what it is. There's no way to sugarcoat it. They're not a great team. They can't sustain long drives. They're turning the ball over. They're not running well either, which is crazy to me. I mean, this is back-to-back weeks now where we are not running the ball well. We're not creating a lot of running lanes. I don't really love the play calling, offense and defense, to be honest with you, man. I don't think that the game plans are working, but it's not all coaching either. I mean, you watch the game. I mean, we were getting beat, man. Like the lines were getting pushed back both sides of the ball. That's not coaching, but there's a lot of fault to coaching too, because I don't love the defensive game plan. I think right now Zach Orr is still trying to figure things out, which sucks. And we got a lot of smart minds on the defensive staff and Dean Pease, Chuck Pagano, but it's not helping right now. This defense isn't good. This is not the historical Baltimore Ravens defense. This is not even a couple years ago when we had Mike McDonald. It's not even close, man. I mean, I have no faith. I said this after the Buffalo game, and I feel the exact same way right now. I have no faith that this Ravens defense can stop anybody that has a good offense right now. And that's right now. That can change. I'm not saying it's week 3. By no means am I saying the Ravens are done. I know a lot of people are going to think that they're cooked or whatever. That's not the case. But in the moment, right now as it stands, this is not a good defense at all. And they need to find a way to generate pass rush. I mean, it's been a problem. Turnovers in pass rush has been a problem all year long. And, we got Mike Green out there who played a lot more, but he was getting stonewalled. And early in the game, he's dropping in coverage a few times, which it is what it is. I think they were trying to figure out the best way to defend this Lions offense. They were trying a lot of different things. They were playing a lot of nickel. The Lions were spreading them out. They were rotating the defensive line and running right down our throats. And that's not normal to see for us at all, man. So, I mean, shout out to Montgomery, Gibbs, the Lions offensive line. By no means am I sucking credit away, but it's a Ravens channel, so I'm venting my frustrations as a Ravens fan, and the Ravens got gashed on the ground and could generate no pass rush, which is mind-boggling to me. 0 sacks. We talked about how important it was to generate some kind of pressure, bring some extra blitzers, disguise some things. Well, tried it all. I mean, it just seemed like everything was getting picked up. Goff's got time. He's comfortable and knows exactly where he wants to go downfield. And even in coverage, man, we had this soft coverage, especially earlier in the game, a lot of soft coverage, and guys were confused as to where the Lions receivers were. That's just not good awareness. That goes back to coaching too. Zach Orr's got to find a way to put these guys in the right spots. It's also on the players to execute and play better and go out there and make plays, no doubt. But they're also, in my opinion, not getting put in great spots. Defense did have some brighter moments in the second half, but that's when the Ravens offense started to stall. Not counting the drive right out of half where they zipped down the field and scored. But after that, it seemed to stall. The Lions were generating a lot of pass rush, and Lamar's holding onto the ball. No one's downfield. Boom, sack, 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 over and over again. The Derrick Henry fumble at the end of the game in a meaningful moment again. I mean, what is going on with that? I can't even explain that. This is not a guy who fumbles in his career, and that's probably why Derrick Henry had such an emotional reaction on the sideline, and everybody's kind of stunned. I mean, you get the ball, and immediately Derrick Henry fumbles again. Detroit's in the red zone. This is Buffalo all over again. It's mind-blowing to me that we're this careless with the ball, especially at the end of the game. And it's consistently Derrick Henry this season, which is, like I said, the weirdest thing ever, man. This is one of the guys that we could rely on and trust. And I thought this was going to be a really big Derrick Henry game early on. I didn't really think it before the game started, but after that first score, touchdown run by Derrick Henry, I was like, okay, man, he's going to get going. Like, we're going to have a nice balanced attack here. Didn't work. Not creating great run lanes. Can't run to the right side. Not doing a great job in pass protection. Shout out to Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, he ate us up. He forced the Derrick Henry fumble. He got a late, meaningful sack on Lamar Jackson. But this offensive line has to play better. This defensive line has to play better. We're not good in the trenches at all right now. Either side. And that is huge, man. That makes you not a great football team. You know, of course we're going to play some mediocre teams, you know, like Cleveland and play really well, and the defense kind of fooled us into thinking that they had everything figured out and we're back to playing a lot better. And then we play Detroit and it kind of looked like Buffalo in a way. They were actually just more effective because they were controlling the game on the ground too. Week 4 of the NFL season is here, and this year I've teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook to bring you guys an incredible offer. New customers bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. That's right, just bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Stay in on the action and use your bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. And when you guys sign up, just make sure you use my promo code TFR. Detroit had a 98-yard touchdown drive and a 96-yard touchdown drive. 18 plays on the 98-yard touchdown drive, and defense could not get off the field. Detroit was 3 for 3 on 4th down. The defense had no answers, not generating any pressure, can't stop the run, not clogging the running lanes. They had a rotation on the D-line. I saw Travis Jones limping multiple times, so he's banged up. They were rotating him in. He didn't even play as much as he should have, to be honest. And the Ravens are just a mess right now on defense, man. There's no other way to put it. We got a lot of guys banged up, so you could say that is an excuse. That definitely is somewhat of an excuse. You know, obviously you take Matabike and Van Noy, and Marlon Humphrey's got a groin injury. He's hobbled out there. Was a liability multiple times tonight against St. Brown. I mean, Marlon Humphrey lost that matchup, and Marlon Humphrey's limping too, constantly going to the sideline. Like, he's banged up, and St. Brown is getting whatever he wants on Marlon. I mean, it just sucks, man. It's tough to watch. This is not the Ravens defense I grew up watching by any means, and it doesn't have to be, but you can't be letting up 41 to Buffalo, 38 to Detroit. I mean, your offense has to play perfect, and in the Buffalo game, the offense almost played perfect. This game, I thought they were going to play a lot better, and they just didn't, man. Shout out to Detroit's defense, but the Ravens' offensive line needs work. I didn't love the play calling. You know, Derrick Henry fumbling is the weirdest thing. Like I said, I cannot explain that, and it's frustrating. You know, it's tough to watch, man. I'm not really enjoying watching Ravens football at the moment. But it's week 3. This next-gen stat they posted stood out to me, too. Lions didn't turn the ball over, allowed 0 sacks, made the optimal decision on every 4th down, only missed 4 tackles on defense. The Ravens finished with 1 turnover, another on downs, allowed 7 sacks, and missed 20 tackles. This defense just isn't good. I got way more confidence that the offense with Lamar Jackson and all the weapons we have are going to be able to score quite a bit of points each week. Obviously didn't have their best game. I didn't even talk about not being able to score from the 1-yard line. That's on the offensive line. I mean, you're on the 1-yard line. Lamar hit Tez Walker, I think. We get down, we're on the 1-yard line. We run 3 straight times and we can't get in the end zone. And then we go for it on 4th and we still can't get it in the end zone. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. But let's dive into some of these stats. Lamar Jackson, 21 of 27, 288 through the air, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, was sacked 7 times. Pretty good game overall from Lamar. I mean, I really can't place much blame his way. I know a couple of the sacks, he might have held onto the ball a little long, but overall, I think Lamar Jackson had a pretty solid game. On the ground, we only have 85 rushing yards. I mean, last week we have 45. This week we have 85. This is not normal. Derrick Henry, 12 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 7 carries for 35 yards. Some new faces this year in the receiving game. We haven't seen Mark Andrews or Bateman have big games at all, and that's who had big games today. Mark Andrews had a crazy game. 6 catches, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bateman, 5 catches, 63 yards and a touchdown. Justice Hill, 3 for 45. Tez Walker, 1 for 34. Kohler, 2 for 22. DeAndre Hopkins, 1 for 13, and then quiet day from Zay, 2 for 13. That's definitely his lowest of the year. Heading over to the Lions, Jared Goff, 20 of 28, 202 yards, only 1 touchdown through the air. And then on the ground, the Ravens get gashed for 224 rushing yards. David Montgomery, 12 carries for 151 and 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 22 carries, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ridiculous. 224 on the ground is insane. St. Brown, 7 for 77 and a touchdown. He had a great day. Jamison Williams was very involved on the first drive, but that was it. 2 for 43 for him. Laporta, 4 for 33. He was good moving the chains. Got some catches over the middle. Gibbs had 5 for 32 through the air. 224 rushing yards allowed is just an absolute embarrassment for a Baltimore Ravens defense. I mean, I can't defend that at all. I know we got some guys out, but I can't even make an excuse for that. People got to step up, but we're going to have to go find some new people. Whether that's switching the coaching staff up, switching the schemes up, switching the way the games are called, adding different players. I mean, there needs to be some kind of change here, and they know it. I mean, I could hear it in listening to Harbaugh. He knows it. I mean, this ain't good enough, man. The players ain't playing good enough either. I totally get that there's blame for coaches, but, like, it's both. You know, like, watch the game. Like, the coaches can't force pressure when guys are just getting stonewalled play after play and getting moved back. I mean, you got to get creative then. And even when we did get creative and we were bringing a corner blitz or bringing extra pressure, it was getting picked up with ease. None of it was working. So we're not having good game plans, and then the players aren't executing well either. It's just a double-edged sword here, and the Ravens are just not a great football team at the moment. The bright side is it's only week 3. It's definitely not over. You know, the season's not over. The hope isn't lost. The Ravens started out with an awful defense for half the season last year, and by the playoffs, we're all still thinking they're going to the Super Bowl. So by no means is the Ravens like not probably going to be in the playoffs and not be a contender. But as we sit here right now after 3 weeks of football, this defense is nowhere near good enough to win a Super Bowl. And the offense definitely has to become more balanced for one and play better on the offensive line. I mean, I want to go back and watch the film, but I did not see good games from really anybody on that offensive line. I mean, I saw Voorhees getting whooped a few times. Stanley got beat by Hutchinson. I mean, the offensive line's just not great. We're missing Ricard for sure. Can't wait for him to be back. I'm sure we would have scored from the 1 if we had a guy like that in, but I don't know, man. I can't even defend it. You can't score from the 1-yard line. You don't deserve to win the game. And then you're letting long drives. You can't get off the field on defense. 3 for 3 on 4th down. The defense just makes no big plays when they need to. They're not forcing any turnovers. 0 turnovers once again. You know, of course, we have turnovers against Cleveland, and we're all feeling good again after last week. And then we play another great offense. Detroit has an unbelievable offense like Buffalo, more weapons than Buffalo, and we don't look good again. We let up 38 points and just get absolutely torn up on the ground. I can't explain it, man. I'm not happy. It's tough to watch Ravens football right now, that's for sure. That's pretty much it from my post-game thoughts. I'll watch the game back tomorrow and have a little bit of a different perspective, I'm sure, but not feeling good, man. Not happy with what I saw. And on to the Chiefs, I guess. We got to play Kansas City, who's also struggling, but the way this Ravens defense is playing, I'm expecting the Chiefs to come back to life next week, and that just is what it is, man. So in my mind, I think we got to win another shootout next week, but we'll talk about that game as it gets closer. The road doesn't get easier right now. On to Kansas City next Sunday at Kansas City. And, the Ravens are going to have to get better quick, man, or we're staring 1-3 in the face because this is not a great football team right now. But let me know what you guys are thinking about everything. What can the Ravens do to turn this around quickly? I don't think we have much time to play like we just did tonight. I think the Ravens need to turn this around quickly. So what are your thoughts, man? What's the solutions? I see problems everywhere. That's why I'm having a tough time pinpointing one solution. But let me know what you guys are thinking. Appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in to another episode of the Flock Rundown. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And I'll let the greatest linebacker in the history of the game take us out.
Ravens Flock. The Flock Rundown is the place to be. My man Ryan has been a lifelong Ravens fan since he was born. So I'm telling you now, it's about to go down. The podcast, the Flock Rundown. Ravens, baby. Nothing gets better than waking up and wondering